This is the Transformers Generations Studio Series number 47 from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Constructicon Hightower. The figure is the third member of the Revenge of the Fallen Devastator we've got in the Studio Series, and I'm very excited to get this figure. Slowly but surely, we are building Devastator. I picked up this figure at Our Toys. Let's get him out of packaging. And here is Hightower out of packaging. And he actually looks much bigger than I thought he would be based on pictures that were posted on the internet. It's an odd looking Decepticon. Kind of looks like a scorpion. Like a scorpion is his tail. Oh. And then these are actually his legs. They look like they're arms, but they're his legs. And these tiny T-Rex arms are his official arms. He's got a long neck. The whole theme of these really weird looking Constructicons is evident in the Constructicons, as we've seen in Rampage and others. But I'm actually quite pleased with this guy. I didn't think I was gonna like him that much. In fact, I actually thought I was going to hate this figure when I opened him up, but it looks so ugly that it looks amazing. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So, weird looking Decepticon. Yeah. All right, speaking of the other Decepticons, here he is with scrap metal, and here he is with Rampage. So, yep, Devastator slowly taking shape. I thought he would be like Legends class size, but he's bordering on a big Deluxe class size. So yeah, okay. So let's move these guys off to the side for a little bit and talk about the details of the figure. He's just done in about 2 or 3 colors. There's gray, gunmetal gray, and yellow. Now, of course, black. But yeah, there's actually a lot of details on this particular figure. Let's start with the head sculpt. Look at that. Really nice. It's following the theme that Rampage has set. That long neck, insectoid looking head sculpt. Chest cavity. These small arms. The arms can only go up and down, mainly because of transformation. The legs actually have more articulation than they appear. So it's got swivel right here, hinge right here, swivel right here, another swivel right here, hinge right here, another hinge right here, swivel right here. So lots of articulation. There's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation for the legs. Neck is on a ball joint, and it's on a hinge, and another hinge, and another hinge. So you can actually snake out his neck like that. Autobots. And then the crane, which looks like his tail, can go up and down like that. And the claw right here doesn't open or close or anything like that, so that's a shame. Let's do that. Okay, paint apps for the figure, not bad. If you're picking through several on the pegs, make sure that they're very minimal black splatters or scuffs. This one is just yellow paint that's been scratched out, but there are some, I saw some figures that had splash marks of black like that. Very, very tiny. Some had more than that around here. It's actually the head sculpt you should be more concerned about. Just make sure that the yellow does not bleed into the gunmetal gray or charcoal. And that the red eyes are painted nicely and spot on. Other than that, it's a great looking figure. Didn't expect it that I would really like it this much. So yeah. I can't stop playing with him. It's actually a lot more fun than these 2 other guys for some reason. The figure comes with a nice diorama. It's not something you haven't seen before. It's that desert scene, final battle of Revenge of the Fallen. And let's do one last size comparison before we transform him into his alt mode. Here he is with Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. Wow. kind of works, actually. So, not too bad. All right, transformation on this figure. It's not as complex as I thought it would be. The instructions are somewhat vague in some of the steps. Luckily, the transformation is a little bit intuitive, so if you get lost in the transformation instructions, you can easily find your way because the pegs and slots, they're easily noticeable. You can easily figure it out. Okay, so transform him into his claw crane alt mode. What you want to do is you want to untab the backpack like that, fold this down like this, fold this like that. For the time being, fold it that way. Now the arms stay this way in alt mode, but just to get it out of the way when you transform all these leg parts, fold it up this way. The leg, the neck and head, they squeeze in like that. Make sure this one is popped up like that. Okay, and now here's the hard part. The next step involves detaching this panel right here with a very tight tab. It doesn't look tight right now because I've already loosened it. This one, his right shoulder is not bad. So right there, and as you can see, let me give you a close-up look to it. There's a flared peg right there. Tabs on right there. Now this one on the other hand was a peg of doom. I could not flip it out. So once I was able to do so, I shaved off that flared portion of that peg. I removed it, I cut it off using a box cutter. Very careful when you do that. So now it's kind of tight, but it's not as cringy when you try to untab it. Because the first time I did it, I could not do it. I thought, oh my goodness, did I get another quality control issue product? And luckily it did not break. And I hate it when Hasbro does this, when they put these small thin tabs that I know will be prone to breaking after a few years because the plastic gets brittle. So anyway, fold it this way. Just get the arms out. What you want to do is you want to fold it all the way back right here. Okay, and then you see those slots right there? They're for these tabs right here. Okay, the instructions go about it, about 3 steps. You have to twist and do that, but the whole idea is you need to slot those tabs right there. So you can easily figure it out. Just tab them right there and right there. Okay, don't be too concerned if they're not aligned or anything like that. You can easily fix it and all that. Okay, now these two bigger, thicker tabs are for these, so make sure you get a little bit of a gap right there before you tab everything completely so that the backpack can nestle in right there, and you tab everything in like that. Now everything else is very intuitive. You just fold out these tank treads, okay, like that, and these slots right there, they are for these tabs right here. Just go ahead and do that. Same thing here. Go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I couldn't find the slots for these tabs in the beginning when I was trying to transform it, and they're right here. They're underneath this whole assembly right here, right there. There's a thin slot right there, and it's a little tight, especially the first time around. You gotta push it in. Make sure you insert it real tight right there. Okay. And that's about it. Oh, the arms, like I mentioned, should stay down like that. And the crane, like that. And there is Hightower in his, I suppose, claw crane alt mode. It rolls very nicely. It's a solid alt mode. I love it. This compatriots of Devastator here is scrap metal. Amazingly, he's much bigger in alt mode than scrap metal. And of course, Rampage. Here we go. Pretty neat. Very happy with this alt mode. I like it. Lacks a bit of paint and detail, but I'm fine with it. The cockpit is nicely painted. Get some articulation with the crane. It rolls fantastic. Everything else gets compressed. Really happy with this one. And now we'll transform him into limb mode. Okay, so first thing you want to do, you want to stretch this like that. Stay right there for a while. You want to detach the claw. Then what you want to do is you need to tab the tank treads. These tabs, they need to go through those slots right there. The instructions apparently say you have to do this, this, and then this, and then like that, and it's like 3 or 4 steps just to do that. Okay, and then this, I guess this is the shoulder socket. Okay, and then the neck goes like this, and then this one, the claw, will tab in here. That's supposed to be the thumb. Okay, now this piece right here is gonna bend like that, and that slot right there, that is for scrap metal to combine with Hightower. Now scrap metal in his arm mode or limb mode is like this, and it's got this peg right here. And what you want to do is grab here and then just slide it like that. Okay, should go all the way in. Okay, and there you go. And that is the left arm of Devastator. Not bad, not bad. So if he's this big, that's the arm. You imagine the legs are here. The other pieces are here. It's pretty big. Officially, it should be like this. Okay. So some final thoughts on the figure. It's great. I didn't expect to really like this figure. It's a surprise. One of the Studio Series figures that actually amazed me, and I'm really looking forward to building Devastator right now, especially with this figure in hand. I really liked it. The figure is going to get a 9.5 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this little video review. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this figure. Please hit that notification bell so you never miss out on my latest video reviews. This has been the Transformers Generations Studio Series number 47 from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Constructicon Hightower. Thanks for watching.